Hey Ernie, thanks for being with us this morning and thanks for having us on Better Horses TV. So the concept I want to share with you guys today, Ernie, is talking about this idea of bending my horse too much. I've constantly got people saying that if I bend my horse this much, I'm bending them too far. I've got people reminding me or saying things like, well, if you bend your horse this much while you're traveling around in a circle, then you're going to end up with that shoulder wanting to drift to the outside. Now that is a possibility, but Ernie, most of us are riding with bridles that have on 2 reins. So here's really the reality of it. I can bend my horse as much as I want. As long as I've got an outside rein, I'm not ever going to be at a spot where I'm bending my horse too much, because I can always use my outside supporting rein to stop that horse at a certain spot. But here's why I bend my horses, Ernie. Let's say I'm trying to get my horse to travel on a straight line, and that's where people are really hammering me for it. They say, well, you bend your horses so much, you need to teach them how to travel straight. And in my mind, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get them to travel straight. Now, I want you guys to envision this. Now, I'm holding this horse in this position, but let's say that I wasn't. If I was trying to travel on a straight line, but this mare's shoulder was stuck over here, if she wasn't soft through her body, if I tried to take this piece and push it back over here in line with this horse, what I'm going to end up with when I start pushing on this piece, this whole horse is going to move that direction, but she's still going to stay bent in this position. What I want is I want the freedom to just move one piece separate from the other. So if she is bent in this position, I want to be able to just move that shoulder over there like that and the hip not go as well. So I'm working on things like, we'll just back up right here. I'm just going to stay on this straight line for you, Ernie. Like I'm going to be trotting towards the camera here. I might pick up and move this horse's shoulder over here. We'll go ahead and stop there. I'm going to rock her back. Again, I'm just going to try to stay where the camera can kind of see me straight on. Okay, here I'm focusing on the shoulder. Again, just trying to move it over there. Now, you see where the hip is? Could I leave the hip there and just move the shoulder over here? Okay, without the hip swinging over there. Here, I'm going to leave the shoulder still and just step the hip around. Okay? I got a lot of bend right here. Asking the shoulder to pretty much stay put, the hip to step around. Now watch this. I'm going to take this mare and I'm going to bend her a lot right here, and I'm going to ask the shoulder to step to my hand. You see how much bend I have right there? A lot of people will say that if you bend your horse that much, the shoulder just wants to leave and go that direction. Well, I'm going to help that by saying I'm going to make use of my supporting rein when I need to, but I'm also going to teach my horse how to step to my hand when my hand goes out wide. Doesn't matter how much bend they have. If my hand goes out there, they're stepping to it. So I never lose my shoulder drifting off to one side when I've got more bend than what some people might say. I'm trying to get this horse bent to where when I pick up on a rein, I don't feel any resistance from her ears to her tail. So as I get her bent and I start thinking about which piece I need to move over, there's no resistance there. So it gives me the freedom to move just one piece at a time. As I learn how to pick my reins up, where to pick my hands up to, it's going to give me more body control, but I'm using the bend, and me personally, Ernie, I'm using a lot of bend to help teach my horses how to travel more straight down the road. So I hope that kind of clears it up a little bit so people aren't stuck on the fact that if I bend my horse too much, I'm not ever going to get him to be straight or to travel straight. My outside supporting rein is going to help a lot with that. So thanks again, Ernie, for having us on Better Horses TV. You guys can check us out at kerrycoon.com or check us out on our YouTube channel, Kerry Coon Horsemanship. We'll see you next time, Ernie.